What's going on YouTube? It's Q back here again with another video for you. In today's video, I'm here with the 2024 Maserati Grancabrio Trofeo. Now, I've driven the Gran Turismo, which is the coupe version of this, and that one topped out around 200,000, 202,000 to be accurate. But this is the Trofeo version, a little bit more powerful, a little bit more exquisite, a little bit more unique. So this one right here, this one's about $225,000. It could cost more if it had a $30,000 paint job like the other one, but this one's only about $8,900. Gonna notice we got the 21s on here, huge Brembo brakes, and this is about to be my first time driving this version of it. So I'm interested in how it's gonna perform because I know it's more powerful than the last, and the last one was fast. This one's got all-wheel drive as well. The horsepower, I don't even know what it is, to be honest, because this is like a all-out first-time experience. So I'm going to guess it's around high 500s, maybe low 600s. I'm going to guess maybe 620 at the highest. But I'll actually put it in the video this time because I don't know. Because I want this to be like one of those virginity videos where it's my first time. Oh, we got a channel like that, vehicle versions. I'll see what he means now. But this is about to be my first time driving the Maserati Grancabrio Trofeo. So let's hop in and see what it's like. As always, gotta buckle up. If you don't wear a seatbelt, shame on you. So this engine is tuned by Nettuno. Don't know who that is, but I do know this comes from the Maserati MC20 supercar, which is going to be renamed the Pura really soon for the next model year. So let's get it start up. And if you didn't know, these be these Ferrari-derived engines. We got the top down already, and I'm going to go, should I start in sport? We're just going to go to Corsa mode. That's going to turn some things off, stability control, traction control off, lower the car, and yeah, active parking brake unavailable. And we're going to go on manual mode too. So this is going to be strictly driving pleasure. So the exhaust is going to open up too. So once you put it in GT mode, this is Corsa, or comfort mode is going to hush that. So everything's digital on this besides the gear selector. Gonna press that, and we are in manual mode. Oh crap, wow, stop. Hopefully the audio's good for y'all. Do have the top down, windows all the way up. Let me see if I can give it a rev. Squeaky brakes. Got some character to it. Dang, can you not drive this? Oh, you can drive it in automatic mode. Man, I should have went instead of revving the engine. Turn indicator sounds like nothing else. It's distinct, very distinct. Shifting gears in here, fantastic. Instant. So when you steer the vehicle, the paddle shifters are going to stay still, and they're big. These are some big paddle shifters, like a race car. Maybe this is a race car. Woo. God. Very snappy. Awesome car to drive. But let's see what it's like when we get up in them twisty bits. That's going to be something else. How many gears does this thing have? I'm seeing at least 7 up here from the gear selector. Man, we got some drama when them gears kick in too. I like that. Should you downshift these things in the first gear? For manuals, you should not. For a car like this, I don't know, I guess it's all right. I would assume it would prevent you if it was a problem. I'm only good for about the first 3 gears. Man, that's good. Very nice, comfortable, smooth ride up in here so far. The seats are wide. It feels big and airy and spacious. And the visibility in here is awesome as well. I can see everything. Even looking like behind me, like the windows in the back seat and the pillars back there are small. And then do we not have a B pillar? No, it's all glass. Ooh, thought we was about to make this light, but we're not. So we can adjust the sport mode of the dampers. And even just driving here, I noticed the damping can be a bit harsh when it comes to maybe manhole covers in the road. I hit a couple of those like, damn, I thought I popped a tire, but I don't know if it's just so stiff. But on regular roads where the bumps aren't that harsh, it's really good. It's a great compliant ride, great GT. And I'm averaging like 17 miles a gallon somehow. That's crazy. All-wheel drive, get you off that line quick. Steering feel is quite good. It's awesome, to be honest. This just feels like a driver's car. This is teetering on I know it's a Grand Tour by size and weight, luxurious, but this could be an all-out track car too. It's got everything needed to be so, a great one. Steering wheel feels great. All the controls are right at my fingertips. Don't get to mess with this infotainment system because everything is touchscreen. It does have a capacitive touch volume rocker on the side. And then we do have the volume and skip track on the back of the steering wheel. So that's easy to find. But when it comes to configuring all this stuff, we do have quite a few buttons on the steering wheel. We do have this button. It's a little bit chilly out right now. Weather been crazy around these parts. It's called Scarf. It blows hot air at your neck. Yesterday I needed cold air at my neck. Handles quite amazingly. How fast does this thing shift as well? Is it instant? I think it is, but let me get a little pull. Ooh! That hesitation hit us with a hezzy on that gear shift. I like that. This car got a bunch of character. It's fun to drive. And it's much better on gas than you would think it should be. That hesitation, I like that a whole lot. I'm gonna keep on doing that. Sorry if you don't like it, but it's fun. So off the line is gonna be pretty quick too. But in those turns, this thing is flat. No body roll. That's why I say it's not like your traditional GT. This thing they got this suspension dialed in. At lower speeds, I don't know if it'll be as fun to drive. But at higher speeds, you know what time it is. Ooh. Ooh, Nelly. Downshift not as aggressive as I would like it to be. Them upshifts though. Oh yeah, what a pleasure in these turns. Steering is on a little bit light, but it's great by today's standard. Not bad at all. I like this. And I'm deciding, should I put the top up for y'all so I can see what it's like? I think I have to. Crap, I'm gonna have to move my camera. Top down it is. I'll give y'all the other video. This isn't gonna be the end all be all driving portion of this vehicle. We're gonna do a full-on review because I just had to know what it's like just jumping in here and seeing what it's like to drive on this most hardcore driving setting, and it does not disappoint whatsoever. So we're gonna make a loop back around because that was fun. Finally got out here when it's early in the morning. Should have got out here a little bit earlier, to be honest. Yeah, those downshifts, I wish they were a little bit more aggressive because the way those upshifts are, I guess we gotta have balance. And I normally don't do turning radiuses, but since we so early, QE about to bust a U. Yeah. And we're back off to the races. Thought I would get some pops off of decel, or at least just letting off the accelerator, but we don't. We ain't get that. Coming on back out here. And when you want to drive it normally, it's all right. It's a grand tour when you want it to be. But man, once you get into that pedal, wrong gear, it's going to start singing to you. I'm going to let the traffic go ahead. God damn. I can do that all day long. I might just do it all day long. I only got 3 days with this car. I normally get 7, but with Maserati, who's the best brand to work with? They're super easy. They've been awesome for me. Handling some curves. I could drive this all day. This makes me want to just go out and drive. Steeper curve. Hitting the intersection. Hugs the road. Confidence inspiring. Make me forget that I have traction control and stability control off. But that's something I'll never do. I do wish the engine sang a little bit more due to what it is, but this is all right. That exhaust more than makes up for it. But I wish it would scream like its Ferrari brethren. And them downshift was harsh when going into first gear. Off again. And I'm not even full throttle on any of these takeoffs. I'm probably about maybe 70% into it because still got laws to abide by. I know, yeah, but this is a joy. Maybe I'll see what it's like to just hit it to the floor because I ain't done that yet. Turn. Ooh, this would have been a good one just to blast off on 911. Hello. I'm gonna get into it. 4,000 RPM. Phone fell out of my pocket. All right. Now I guess we can play with regular sport mode. Cluster gonna change up. Display down there, let us know. Show us our Grancabrio in a different colorway. Let's just go to regular driving mode. So it's gonna take care of the shifting for us. How many gears this thing got, to be honest? It might be 7. I don't know. I should have read some of this, but I think it's better to give you all a true initial impression where it's like, jump in the car. What's this thing like? I'm a little bit familiar because I did drive the Grancabrio as well. A little flatulent up in this boy. And that thing was a monster for an SUV, compact SUV. So that was another Trofeo version that I did drive. And this right here, of course, with the squeaky brakes. I need to be warming them things up. A lot of these cars, the brakes be squeaking on them. Like, we got the Brembos on here. You just got to warm them up. Behind the RAV4. Quiet, tame, down low. Then when I floor it. Woo! All right, maybe I should put it on GT. I normally don't go lower than GT because, I don't know, comfort, I don't want to be that comfortable because we got some kind of engine up in here. Tuned by the tuner, I told you that before. Got heated and ventilated seats. So these seats are big and comfy. The bolstering, maybe it could be a little bit more extreme. I honestly haven't even tried to mess around with those. Oh, you can mess with that in the seats. Oops. I don't know. Sometimes I need to go through these settings up in here just because I'll change the other bolstering up in here. Everything is done on the screen down here. Can I only change the bolstering? Oh, you can do, there we go. Got to press other buttons. Take your focus off the road. I can feel things hugging up. So yeah, this is, I don't want to change that. The thigh extension. This is a true driver's car through and through. Now they messed around and let the RAV4 get in front of me. So now we going under the speed, which is crazy. What it sound like in GT mode, wide open throttle. Ooh, it was about to start singing and the light hit us. Good golly. It's crazy that a car like this got auto stop start. It's crazy that I was getting up to 18 miles per gallon as well. But you can defeat that with that button right there. Lower the suspensions down there. All the controls for this car is right here besides the drive modes, which is right here. Start button right there. I gotta get around this car. But then when you drive it in GT, why not? We might as well go into comfort mode behind this Toyota. So what is it like in comfort mode? The revs are gonna stay down low. You can always activate, dang, with the 6th gear at 40, but we can always activate the paddle shifters. But I'm gonna let this do its thing. It'll go back to automatically shifting for me, which the paddle shifters in here is really fun to do, but I wish the downshifts were a little bit more violent, because that adds to even more character. Got the Italian flair. Give me the whole package, please. And we're going slower and slower on this road. Whose grandma is out here this early, man? I gotta get out here like an hour earlier. Dang, I'm up here with the early birds. Senior citizens are the greatest people on the planet. Make sure you take care of your seniors and be respectful to driving to them on the road. Don't be cutting them off. Their reaction time is slower and things just don't move like they used to. So, gotta be respectful. I ain't mad at it, because one day I'm gonna be older. So, even old, doesn't matter. Respect your elders. Because they're not driving. This is Toyota. They can't drive nothing like this. Well, they can drive something like this, but they're not in something like this. So, gotta drive your car how it's supposed to be driven. Ooh, they got out my way. But the fun part is over now. So, let me see what a pull like and comfort mode gonna do. Yeah, it's not eager to do those types of hooneries. I like GT mode. That's my preferred driving mode. Let me stomp on it again, see what it do. There we go. Now we start to feel it. Sometimes I even dial it up to sport mode, where it's gonna hold them revs up. But let's let them drop down real quick again. Then we go bye-bye. Ooh, that's where I snatch you right there. Sookie soul singer. Alright guys, that's going to be what it's like. My first impressions, initial impressions of the 2024. I don't know why I don't got the 2025 yet. Probably should be working on the 2026s. But huge shout out to Maserati for providing me with this for those 3 days. Bunch of fun, and I'm about to go enjoy it, get my other impressions so I can let you know what's annoying, the quirks, everything on this car that you might consider if you're buying one, or just want to know what it's like to be in the Maserati for a little bit of an extended amount of time. So look out for that video. Hope you all enjoyed this one. Drive safe, respect the elders on the road, and pass them when you got the dotted line. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.